For decades, Pastor Joel Osteen has preached one simple idea: stay positive, stay smiling, and everything will work out. And for a long time, it did. But lately, that smile feels different. Behind the packed arenas, glowing lights, and polished promises, questions are growing louder. Not about faith, but about silence. Not about belief, but about control. Because when a message never changes, even as the world falls apart, people start to wonder what it's hiding. Joel Osteen never planned to be a pastor. For years, he stayed behind the camera at Lakewood Church, producing sermons for his father, John Osteen, a fiery preacher unafraid of sin, judgment, and controversy. Joel watched quietly until 1999, when John died suddenly. No succession plan existed, and Joel was thrust into the pulpit. He hesitated, doubted himself, but when he finally spoke, people responded not to fire or judgment, but to calm. Joel stripped sermons down to encouragement. No hell, no altar calls, no heavy theology, just stories, positivity, and a promise that life could improve. Attendance exploded. Lakewood outgrew its building and moved into a former NBA arena, transforming into a stadium of hope. Cameras, screens, music, and precision turned the church into a brand. Books, television deals, speaking tours, and global reach followed. Every word polished, every risk removed. And it worked, almost too well. But growth without friction hides pressure, and the bigger Lakewood became, the more one question loomed: what happens when faith looks more like a corporation than a church? Joel's hallmark was control. Every sermon, every gesture, every camera angle meticulously planned. Optimism became both shield and cage. No questions outside the script. No confrontation. But life has a way of testing even the most polished surfaces. During Hurricane Harvey in 2017, Lakewood's doors stayed closed while thousands sought refuge. The church cited flooding, but photos told a different story. Social media erupted. #OpenLakewood trended worldwide. Later, the church delivered aid, but the perception was set: image over action. Similar patterns followed behind the scenes: staff turnover, whispered disputes, security lapses, while the public saw only calm, controlled smiles. Optimism alone could not repair public trust. Faith without transparency felt performative. When cracks began to appear, one question emerged: what happens when the audience stops believing the smile itself? By the late 2010s, public controversies compounded the tension. Financial scrutiny, such as the $4.4 million PPP loan during the COVID-19 pandemic, later returned, fueled skepticism about priorities. Then, in 2024, a violent incident at Lakewood involving a gunman shook the congregation. Security lapses revealed cracks invisible to the Sunday crowd. Even longtime supporters began to ask, can an empire built on optimism survive real crisis? Volunteers whispered about cutbacks and leadership changes. Longtime pastors left. Programs downsized. Younger generations tuned out. Surveys showed only 15% of Gen Z and 16% of millennials attend church regularly. They seek authenticity, justice, and purpose, not packaged positivity. Digital audiences grow, but the heartbeat of a stadium church cannot be transmitted online. Donations continue, yet community fragments. Even Joel's own children participate in ministry, yet succession remains uncertain. The formula that built the empire, polished sermons, controlled messaging, unwavering optimism, now strains against modern expectations. Audiences want honesty, accountability, and context. They notice when leaders remain silent on injustice, inequality, or tragedy. And the once inspiring smile increasingly reads as avoidance. For decades, Joel Osteen's smile was the center of his empire. But under scrutiny, calm words alone cannot sustain a kingdom. Optimism can uplift, but it cannot replace conviction, action, or transparency. The real question now is unavoidable. Can positivity alone survive the storms of reality, or will the cracks behind the lights and applause eventually bring the empire to its knees?